All right, let's do this. Let's have fun.
Yay! Go team go.
All right, welcome everybody. I am Clate Mask, co-founder and CEO of Keap, and I've got Rajesh Bhatia with me here today. We want to welcome you to this customer Facebook Live. We've got some really great updates that we're going to share with you, and some important news and information, and an announcement that you definitely won't want to miss. So I'm going to share a few things with you here at the beginning. We're going to jump into the #1 product initiative we have here at Keap that we'll get into in a minute. But let me start by just saying that we appreciate you taking the time to join us. We appreciate you as customers and partners and folks that are passionate about helping your business grow, helping small businesses grow in our community. And we've got some exciting things that we're going to share. So if you have not yet joined our official Keap User Group, you want to do that right away. That's something that where we are putting a lot of updates and exciting news and information. You need to, as a Infusionsoft customer or as a Keap customer, you need to be in that user group learning more. And if you haven't yet done it, please join the thousands that are there now. And we're going to give you a little incentive because at the end of today's Facebook Live, we're actually going to do some sneak peek of some product features and capabilities that will only show in our official Keap User Group. So today, during our time here over the next 40 minutes or so, we will do some product information and we will do a little bit of demo, but we're going to show the really good stuff in the Facebook User Group. So make sure you join the official Keap User Group. All right, so with that, I'm really excited to introduce Rajesh. Rajesh is a product leader that's come to us here in the last 4 months? Yeah, 3 months or so. And this is our first customer Facebook Live since he's come on board. And so we're excited to have him join. And we're going to get to some product initiatives in just a minute. Before we do that, I want to give a little bit of level setting for you. And here's what I mean. You know that our purpose is to help small businesses succeed. And you probably know that our mission is to simplify growth for 5 million small businesses worldwide by the year 2030. You might think of our software as marketing automation software. But the truth is, it's so much more than that. Is it marketing automation? Yes. But when we set out to simplify growth for millions, and when we created Infusionsoft in the first place, we said, hey, here's this sales and marketing automation software, but at the heart, it is CRM software, customer relationship management software. It brings you the marketing capabilities, the sales capabilities, the CRM capabilities, the commerce capabilities that you need to grow your business. And in particular, we needed to make it really clear that, hey, we are CRM software. So as we lead in the category between now and 2030, and we lead the category of small business CRM software, it's important for you to understand we're so much more than marketing automation. Are we marketing automation? Yes. But you will see more and more as you see the new features and the capabilities that we're bringing to you that it really is the platform for you to grow your business. And whether you are just getting started as a business or you're a savvy marketer and you want all the capabilities of the sales and marketing automation that Infusionsoft offers, we've got the platform to help you grow your business. And we'll share a little bit more about that later. But I wanted you to understand from our perspective and our vision to lead the market in CRM software for small businesses, it's more than marketing automation. All right, that said, we want to get into the product and the initiatives that we're working on right now. I shared 3 months ago that we had made quality the #1 focus of our product initiatives, that we were elevating that to the top level, that we were saying, you know what, are we going to put new features out? Yes, but those are not more important than us improving the quality of the software. And we've been doing amazing things since you came on board, Rajesh. And by the way, this isn't something where you just, hey, let's work on this for a month or so and just dramatically change the nature of our quality. We've been working, we've been making progress, and as I've said, this is the #1 initiative across the company. Why don't you share just a little bit about, maybe first give us a little background, a little bit about you, and then we can go into some of the initiatives that we're working on.
All right, well, Clate, thank you for the introduction. I'm excited to join here at Keap. As Clate said, I am the Chief Technology Officer. Me and my team are focused on product development, user experience, product, and also the operations of our system. It's been exciting times for us. And as you pointed out when I joined Clate, that was a high priority for us. And then that's what we have aligned our teams to focus on. Obviously, they were doing that before as well, but we've really put some fire onto that capability, focus even more.
Yeah.
So since June, just to let you know, we've actually reduced our customer issues that customers had reported significantly, about 87%.
Yes, we have. Well done.
So that's been exciting. And last I checked, the last open issue that we had was from September 19th, right? So that means we've also been focused on not only just addressing our backlog, but being really fast about resolving the issues that customers give up as well.
So reducing the number of issues that we have and getting them resolved quickly.
Right.
Those are critical.
Right.
What about making it so we don't have the issues in the first place? Because I can hear our customers saying, "Hey, great that you're fixing it, but how about we not have that in the first place?"
So that's important, right? So not only have we reduced our resolution time, right? But the thing that we've done is really focus on quality from a development perspective, right? So we've made sure our unit tests, our automation coverage have increased significantly so that we have a level of confidence that when we release some software out there, it's not going to break things, right? And that we've added that quality metrics within the development process as well. Mm-hmm. And that's been really great. And obviously, as you said, it's a journey, right? So we have to do more into it as well. So that's what we'll continue doing as well. Put these automation guardrails as we go forward. Then the other thing is, actually you'll appreciate this. This year, as compared to last year, our security and audit was much faster, right? Because the work that the team had done earlier, really we escaped through it very easily this time compared to last year. So that's been important. But the important part of us is also our deliverability on the email side. As you mentioned, we're email marketing automation software. Email deliverability and compliance has been important as well. So that's this next section of our talk here, and what I wanted to do was introduce some folks as well.
Let's do that. And before we have them come on, because email deliverability is obviously a critical function of the software. We know that one of the ways that our customers grow their business is by sending emails out. Those emails need to go out. They need to get in the inbox. They need to go quickly. And I know you're doing a lot of great work on that. Before we introduce our both team member and a partner to have them come up. I wanted to take just a second and just remind folks that what you've been doing as you've been driving quality is, in some ways, while we were getting the Keap product out, we weren't taking care of some of those things that needed to be done. And we just need to own that and say, we recognize that there was some, as we refer to, technical debt that built up. And we've said, hey, we're going to attack that and get rid of that and bring down the bugs, improve the quality of the system overall. And you've been doing a great job on that. So I appreciate that, and I think our customers, more and more as they understand what we're doing with Keap and Infusionsoft and how those come together, I think they'll begin to have an appreciation
and
for it.
Clate, I would second that, because when I joined first, I said to the team, it doesn't matter all the new capabilities we introduce. We just want to make sure whatever we have just is rock solid, right? It works and performs, it scales, so that our customers can get the best experience and get to value from our product as quickly as possible.
Yeah, you're doing a great job on that. You know, Rajesh, one of the things I love about Rajesh is he's got a combination of entrepreneurial tech startup experience and large technical operations experience where you've seen it at scale, and he brings to us a great mix of capabilities, a ton of passion. I also love it because he's an Arizona State Sun Devil fan, and his wife having grown up here, so that's a lot of fun as well. So let's bring up our experts on deliverability. I know we'll come back around and talk about the product initiatives, the quality, some of the features, enhancements, things that we're doing. But let's jump into email deliverability because it's such an important topic. And before you make the intro, I just want to share with our customers, I hope that you'll pay attention to this next section, and here's why. The world of delivering emails is always changing, and it depends so much on what happens with the ISPs, the internet service providers, the Googles, the Yahoos, the AOLs of the world, Microsoft. All of those networks have rules about how we all at Keap, you as customers, everybody, how we send email to their recipients. And those rules have been in a state of flux. They're always changing, but especially in the last year or so, you've seen these ISPs become much more focused on the relationship that you're building with your customer, the engagement, and that's the key word, engagement, that the email recipient has on the other side. And so what you're going to share, please don't dismiss this as, technical folks. No. These are really smart people who want to help you get your email delivered. And we need you to help yourself and help all of us in the Keap community so that we can get great deliverability. Because we know that is a white hot topic for all of our customers to get emails delivered. We're going to talk about how to do that.
That's perfect, Clate. So let me introduce folks to Evan. He's a trusted partner and a deliverability specialist. And Aaron, he runs our compliance and deliverability development team here at Keap. So both of them will talk exactly those topics that you just mentioned.
Awesome. All right, Aaron and Evan, take it away.
All right. So Evan is remote. I'm going to put on my handy dandy headphones and see if I can hear him. Are you there, Evan?
I'm here, Aaron. Can you hear me?
I am. All right. Are you ready to do this for our customers?
Say that last part again, Aaron. I missed that one.
Uh-oh. Are you ready to do this for our customers?
Oh, I'm always ready, man.
Okay,
I live, eat, breathe deliverability. So, the big thing, we're here to empower and educate from today. So let's get rocking.
Awesome. Here we go. So email deliverability. How do you get your emails delivered? So we're going to go to the next slide. Oh, I'm clicking on the next slide. There we go.
You can pop on. We're getting a lot of echo.
Did you hear that, Evan?
Yeah.
All right. So while Evan's doing that, let me talk to you about some of you out there in email land might have gotten a lovely email from my team telling you that you were out of compliance with your email. What we do is, a big part of what we do is we try and make sure that all of our customers are paying attention to their email practices and really taking care of our reputation and their reputation. So if you get one of these letters from us that says, hey, you're out of compliance, we need you to do some stuff, first know that lots of people get into this situation, and two, it doesn't mean you're a bad person or a horrible spammer. It just means we need you to work on some stuff to really burnish your email reputation to make sure that all of us can deliver our email. So email compliance triggers, so the things that you can do that can get you in trouble and can cause one of these emails to show up in your inbox is first, just flat out sending spam. Most of our users do not intend to send spam. They wouldn't even consider what they send as spam. But the important thing to remember is it's not what you think, it's what the recipient of your mail thinks. So if they receive an email from you and they think it looks spammy, if they think the content's off, it's spam, unfortunately. So that's number one. The second one is the number of email bounces you have. So if you're trying to send an email to an address at Yahoo, for example, Yahoo, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to say, does this user even exist on my network? And if it doesn't, they bounce it back to us. And they bounce it back and say, you know what, we have no idea who this person is. We can't deliver it. That's known as a bounce. So if you have too many of those email bounces as a percentage of a broadcast you're trying to send or of a campaign you're trying to send, that's going to get you in trouble. The third is reduced inbox rate. So we track inbox rate, which is, it's a measurement of if you sent 100 pieces of mail and 12 of them went to the spam folder, well, your inbox rate would be the inverse of that. It would be 88 or 88%. So we look at your inbox rate as well. And then the big one, the thing we really want to focus on today is average engagement days. And what engagement is it's a measurement of how likely your customers are to want your email. And they show they want your email by doing something, by either opening it, by clicking on a link in that email, or perhaps filling out a web form or showing you in some way that they are interested in continuing to correspond with you. And so engagement days is simply a measure from the last time they did one of those things, measured in days. So if you send an email to Bob and he opened it, and he opened that email on July 20th, and he hasn't opened anything since then, well, he would be 3 months unengaged or 90 days unengaged. So all of those are triggers that we use to determine how healthy of a sender you are, and if what you're doing is burnishing your email reputation or harming it. So there is the email engagement things. So Evan, why don't you talk about this? This is a really interesting concept. Deliverability is a team sport.
Yeah, there's so many misconceptions about email delivery and deliverability. And I wanted to touch on the point that those are two separate terms, and they both have different responsibilities. So delivery is, does it make it to the mailbox? And Keap or Infusionsoft by Keap, they own delivery. Deliverability is, where in the mailbox does it land? Is it the inbox? Is it the spam folder? Is it promotions? And the majority of deliverability is on you as a customer or you as a business owner, a marketer. You really, 90% of what really makes up deliverability is on you. So no, Infusionsoft's responsible for getting the email there, but you have the major responsibility in getting that into the inbox. It's the reputation of your domain. It's the engagement of your list. It's the authentication of your emails. There's a lot that makes up to it. So this really is a team sport. It's not as simple as load your email list into Keap and hit send and they take care of the rest.
Absolutely. And what I love about the team sport is, sometimes we're seen as, and we portray ourselves as, the bad guys, we're blocking your email from going out. But we'd really like for us to feel like we're on the same team. We're all interested in getting your successful emails delivered as often as we can. And when you deliver email and people are able to click on those emails, it's going to be beneficial to you and beneficial to us. So we'd love to be a member of your team. So number 2, authenticate properly, Evan.
Yeah, again, this kind of ties into knowing that what you're responsible for. And authenticating emails is one of the most important things that you can do. It's almost like, I use the analogy of, it's like not authenticating your emails is like driving a car without a license plate, without a driver's license and proof of insurance. Like, you can physically drive the car, but you're eventually going to get pulled over. And that same thing with email. You can send email, but the moment you hit a bad spam filter, you're going to get caught and you're going to get thrown in spam jail. So authentication, I'm not going to get technical. There's 3 key metrics that you have, or 3 key protocols that you have to identify and authenticate: SPF, DKIM, and DMARC. And they're all vital when it looks at delivering your emails today.
Absolutely. And so SPF, we help you with that. So our SPF record is what it's called. Will cover your sending. But DKIM and DMARC are really, really important to understand. We have help articles on our help website. If you have questions or want to look it up, there's lots of great information there for how to set them up and why it's important to set them up. Deliverability is a popularity contest. I love this, Evan.
Thank you. And it is, and it comes back to, Clate hit it earlier, that you've got all these different mailbox providers. Well, the hard part is all these mailbox providers have different rules, and all of these rules change and almost daily by some time, because it's all machine learning. And what this machine learning is looking at is, how engaged are your people? Are people reading emails, clicking on links, replying to your email, forwarding emails? What behaviors? Those are great positive behaviors that build that positive reputation and make you popular. Now, on the flip side, people deleting your email without ever reading it, an email just sitting in an inbox, never getting opened, an email getting marked as spam. Those are all negative reputation builders. A step further, what a lot of people don't know and realize is that an email going to spam, sitting there and never doing anything, is almost as bad as an actual spam complaint. And this is why, to the point Aaron made earlier with email engagement is the most important thing that you could look at today. It is the major driver on your reputation and your popularity with these mail providers.
Absolutely. So we all want to be popular. I was never popular in high school. I always wanted to be. But popularity when it comes to email is people opening your email. And as people open your email, you can keep sending them more and more and more. And they show that you're popular, that they like what you have by opening and engaging with that email. And then, no one likes a dirty list. Evan, What does that mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no one likes smelly. Don't always stay good. Email has a lifespan. Now, I wish I could run a poll, but think to yourself, have you ever had like a Yahoo or an AOL address, and one day you're sitting there and you say to yourself, wow, I'm getting way too much junk mail here. It's time to move to a different mail because I can't take the spam anymore. And you create a new email. Well, you stop using that old mail. Well, what happens to it? Well, one of two things happen after a given amount of time. That email will go dormant. And once those mailbox providers like Google and Yahoo see an email as dormant, they do one of two things. They're going to deactivate it and that email hard bounces, which means this doesn't exist. Or they do what's recycling it and they convert it into a spam trap. And they monitor that. And if you mail to a spam trap, you're dinging your reputation. It might move you to a promotions tab instead of an inbox. If you're hitting lots of them, it could send you to a spam folder rather than a promotions or an inbox. But dirty lists are bad. And here's the number. Every year, 30% of email addresses go bad one way or another. And that includes personal email addresses like your Yahoo. It could be work addresses. If you sell B2B, people change jobs, the email address changes, companies change their name, like Infusionsoft converts over to Keap. All of those things can happen. And that's when emails go bad. And you got to keep a clean list. Clean and engaged lists are two massive items that you've got to look at as it pertains to deliverability.
Boy, absolutely. And that number that you shared, Evan, that is, as I talk to people, that's a surprising number to them. 30% of your email list will go bad within a year. So on January 1st, if you've got 100 people in your email list, 30 of those addresses will be no good at the end of the year. So if you're not rolling over 30% of your list every year, you're likely to have a dirty list. And that doesn't mean you get rid of those 30. Ideally, what you're doing is you're replacing them with new good addresses that you're collecting from your lead generation efforts. But that's the easiest way to get a dirty list, is to not rotate through that list and not purge older unengaged contacts off of it.
And bots and spam submissions. I mean, there's
absolutely
there's lots of ways. And Aaron, before we go to this next slide, don't fake it till you make it. I wanted to go back, because we were talking a lot about engagement and why it's so important. And one of the big things that I've found with my clients is it's hard to let go of those marketable people who aren't engaging. Because so many marketers for so many years have out there been screaming at the top of their lungs, build a list, build it as big as you can, and mail them till they buy or opt out. And that's what a lot of people have taught. And it's this fake notion, it's all about the size of your list. Well, it's not about the size of your list. It's about how engaged your list is. And what you need to do is just make this psychological tweak in your mind that says, when someone's not opening my email for 90 days or 6 months, they're saying, no, I'm not interested. So I just wanted to touch on that because it's a pivot that people have to make. And once you understand that and kind of get over it and realize that mailing to unengaged people impacts your ability to get emails to new subscribers, that's when the light comes on and people are more willing to make the change.
Absolutely. Great points.
Yeah.
Tip 5, don't fake it till you make it.
Yeah, I've had a lot of clients that have come to me that have attempted to do some things on their own, or have someone do some setup in terms of authentication or list maintenance that didn't quite know what they're doing. This is stuff where if you don't know what you're doing, ask for help. Reach out to Infusionsoft's support team. They can get you help articles that can do it. I provide services. You can reach out to someone like myself or a few others of us in this community that do it. But if you don't feel comfortable doing something, don't put yourself in a position where you can block things. I've had several clients come to me that set up authentication wrong, that actually blocked all of their emails. So if you're not comfortable, there's so many resources for either free or paid help out there. It's crazy. So please take advantage of them.
Absolutely. And our support team is awesome here at Keap, and they are well versed. We've trained every one of them. They can help you out. And a huge shout out to our partners. Our partners like Evan they know email, and they can take the time to build you out campaigns and to really make sure your lists are clean and get you being successful. So huge shout out to Evan and all of our partners in the email space. So really quick, we're a little bit running out of time, but what I wanted to show you, if we could flip to the computer in front of me, is a feature we have. There we go. So in your Infusionsoft by Keap app, there is a tool called Automated List Management. And what it's going to do is it's going to help you identify your list members who aren't engaged and help you to either re-engage them or not continue to email them. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Marketing, Settings, click on Settings, and then here on the left, you're just going to click on Automated List Management. And it's going to bring up this little window, and there's 3 settings you need. So the first is this number. What it is, it's the number of months that you choose to set a contact. We call it cold, but unengaged marketable. What this is saying is at 4 months, I want to mark any contact who's not engaged with me in 4 months. I want to mark them, and I'll show you what you do with them in a minute. And then this number right here is, what it's saying is at 12 months, I want to, anybody who hasn't engaged in the last 12 months, I want to mark them as non-marketable. And what that means is the system will not send email to them. And the system is protecting you by not allowing you to mail them. And then the most important button is right here. You want to make sure you turn that on. So once this is on, you can modify both of these. So this is default, 4 months for cold, then 12 months for non-marketable. Depending on your business, depending on your email frequency, you might want to adjust that. And let me show you what you do. Once that's up and running, you can come here to Marketing, Reports, and then you're going to just go here to Email Status Search, and you can do a search, and you can search right here by unengaged marketable. Those are all the contacts you have in your list who haven't engaged, in this case in the last 4 months. And what you can do is, once you've identified them, is you can start thinking about re-engagement campaigns. You can start thinking about what can you do to get them back engaged and interested in your email marketing. So that is what we had. I want to thank you, Evan, for taking the time, for being on here with us. And
you're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
You have a great day, Evan. And we're going to turn it over to Brian and Ernest.
All right, not quite. Not quite.
Oh, to Rajesh.
They'll be up soon enough.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Evan.
Rajesh, will you remind them that we'll be putting out more
Yeah, so just a reminder, we will be sending out a lot of education and best practices via emails, newsletters, and through our other channels as well, the user channels as well. So hi again, this is Rajesh, and obviously everybody knows you, Scott. You've been here as a fixture for what, 17, 18 years?
For a few years, yeah.
I think so. So Scott and I just wanted to take a couple of minutes, just talk to you about kind of what our priorities are from a product perspective, what is our vision around where we're taking this, and some news that Scott would like to share with you as well. So I think as you saw, the most important thing from a priority perspective is obviously we're focused on quality, right? And quality, I just want to make sure, it's beyond just bugs, right? It's definitely bugs, but it's really the experience that our customers and our partners are getting with the product, right? So we want to make sure quality encompasses usability, scalability, performance. Those are all high priorities for us as team members and our product development organization to make sure you get the best experience of the product and get to value as quickly as you can. Things. Another important initiative for us is making sure things are self-service, right? So just have a wonderful experience in the product where you can understand the capabilities of the product and you can get to value as quickly as possible that you can get things. So you don't have, there are videos, tool tips, self-guided tours, etc. Those are all going to be built into the product, and you'll actually see some of them coming out soon, and you must have already seen some that we've already released prior as well. And then of course, right, we are still enhancing our products, right? Whether you're on Keap or Infusionsoft, any of our products that you're on, we constantly enhance. We hear our customers. We address the gaps that our customers are asking for, and those are done as swiftly as possible without impacting quality, performance, deliverability, etc. Right? And in that sense, Scott, I wanted to bring you on board and just talk to us about the vision. You've been driving our vision, our strategy, and where we're going forward. What are you seeing ahead of us?
Well, first of all, it's just fantastic to have you here, Rajesh. I think what everybody doesn't get to see every day is the fire that Rajesh has brought into this company, and it's really, really exciting. In fact, one day he showed up and he actually didn't have any shoes on because he was so excited to come. I'll just tell
you don't
later.
have to tell that story.
I'll tell that story later. So I'm really excited to talk about the future, but I want to just talk to Infusionsoft customers. I know we have a mixture of customers today who are watching this live, but for Infusionsoft customers, I want to just share some things that I've heard over time. As we've been continuing to invest in our Keap Grow and our Keap Pro products, one of the things I hear a lot is, hey, when am I going to get that? Like when do I get to take advantage of that? And some other times when I hear people talking about it, there's this kind of a sentiment, right? Where, I don't know if you've ever found yourself, if you're an Infusionsoft customer, thinking then, it's like, well, hold on a second. I'm an Infusionsoft customer, and every ounce of energy that you're spending on developing in the Keap product line means you're not spending, the energy on the development side working on us, on the Infusionsoft features. And how is all that work that you're investing into Keap going to help me as an Infusionsoft customer? So I completely understand this. So what I want to do is just share with you at a higher level, what is our strategy? I want you to understand how we're thinking about attacking the market. As Clate talked about earlier, we have a massive vision to help simplify growth for millions of small businesses. And we've recognized, over the years, as people have talked to us, they've said, hey, can you just create a simpler version of Infusionsoft? I don't need all of the complexity and the power that's there. I need something simpler. And so I want to just share with you, our strategy is to have a single product family that accounts for a few things. Number one, it allows you as a business owner to come in and connect wherever you are and find a product that meets your needs, where you are today, right? And then we want to have the product that will grow with you. As you continue to be successful, we find that businesses are, a lot of times, they're reaching for more. You get a little bit of a taste of automation and you want more. We want to make sure that we have the product line that is going to be there for you when you move to that next level. And it's also really important to us that the experience for you, number one, is gorgeous across all of our products, and that it's consistent as you move from product to product to product. Our goal long term is that we're able to do that in a way that feels additive, meaning that if you're coming from, going from Grow to Pro or Pro to Infusionsoft, that you don't have to give up feature sets. And so that's what we want to create for you, and we realize that today that's not necessarily the case. We have things in the Infusionsoft product, user experience, that we know can be better. And so what I'm really excited to announce today is that we have made a decision that we're going to be taking all of the learnings that we've been receiving from our experience with our Keap Pro and Keap Grow products, including the features, and we're going to be taking those learnings and delivering them to Infusionsoft customers. And
Yay.
Yes, it's
That's
really,
awesome.
really exciting.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have been, in fact, I think on every Facebook Live that we've had, either with customers or partners, that's been some of the feedback is, like, when do I get to take advantage of appointments, or some of the Keap business line, for example, or when are we going to get some of the user experience enhancements? So we're really excited about that work. There are some really great things that we're learning as we've delivered a completely new user experience for the Keap product line. And while most of our Infusionsoft customers really appreciate the power, we want to deliver a much simpler experience for them. So, that means as we're building and making enhancements to Keap for Infusionsoft customers, you can look at that and realize that eventually we're going to make that available for all Infusionsoft customers. So we'll be sharing more. We're not going to share a lot of detail about that today. We'll be sharing more in the January Facebook Live about what our plans are. And we're really excited about that.
Yeah, I think that'll be great. We're eliminating the difference, which is like no camps anymore. We're one product.
No camps.
We're one company instead of products.
Yes,
right.
there can be more than one. There can be three.
Exactly.
All right. So now what we're going to do is we're really excited to bring on our esteemed product managers. Ernest and Brian are going to come on. They're going to show you a few of the things that we've done recently in our products. And then just a reminder for those of you who want to see what's coming, we're doing a special sneak peek
but just in the official Keap Facebook group. So if you haven't already gone to request access there, you can do that now so that when they jump over, you can jump in and see the cool stuff that's coming. All right, Ernest, Brian.
Brian, come on.
Take it away.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we're excited to be here to share some cool updates to the product family. I know that Ernest and team have been working hard.
All right, and just in case anyone is wondering, we are the real Ernest and Brian. I'm Ernest, product manager here at Keap. Got
I'm
my
Chuck.
sidekick.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm Brian.
Awesome. So I love our campaign builder. It can automate anything. I have 2 little side businesses, and I use the campaign builder for both, and I absolutely love it. I've used a dozen different builders, and it is by far my favorite one. Earlier this year, we made some usability improvements to the campaign builder. It got this new, sleeker, modern look, and that was just scratching the surface. We've actually made another update to the usability. So although I love the campaign builder, sometimes when I go in, figuring it out could be a little bit difficult. One of which is, how do I navigate through this thing? Where do I double click? Where do I single click? What are all these icons, etc.? So now, when I go into the campaign builder, if I click on any item, I'll click on a sequence here, a single click will actually show me all of my options. So I've got the ability now to view and edit, I can access settings, I can duplicate, I can delete. It's very intuitive, very simple to use. We've also got some additional features, such as clicking and dragging. You've normally had to right-click and drag in order for you to be able to drag, and that wasn't always really intuitive. So now you can actually just single-click, left-click, and drag, and move the canvas around. And to highlight, you can just hit Shift and click and drag, and now
That's
you've
convenient.
got the ability to do whatever you'd like, duplicate, delete, etc. Now, although we've made these changes, if you've already learned the campaign builder, you already understand how to use it, we actually haven't changed any of that. If you like right-clicking and dragging is still going to work. If you like double-clicking is still going to work. So this is just barely scratching the surface of us making improvements to the campaign builder, making it easier for our customers to launch campaigns. I'm not talking about removing functionality, I'm talking about taking the functionality that's in there and making it better. One of the things that we've done recently is with the web forms, for example, we now have social fields. So if I want to collect someone's Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn, and I want to be able to make decisions on follow-up based on that, or if I want to be able to view that information directly on the contact record, no problem. I've got the ability to do that now.
No more manual entry.
No more manual entry. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
I love the simplicity updates that we're making. This is really a big driver of Rajesh that spoke earlier about quality isn't just bugs, but it's about making things better for the users. And I'm loving seeing the product manifest that with easier and more intuitive functions.
100%. Yeah, I totally agree. And along those same lines, one thing that we've heard for years here at Infusionsoft, at Keap, is I have a sales process, but I sell more than one service, or I've got a sales process and I've got a fulfillment process. And in order to make it easier for our customers to organize that, we've released the ability for someone to have multiple pipelines. So if you take a look here at the very top, I've got a nav, I've got my repair pipeline, my maintenance pipeline, my installation pipeline, for example. We've seen real estate agents have a buyer pipeline and a seller pipeline. Or we've even seen pipelines for managing a project through fulfillment. So it's really very nifty, really very neat. And you can actually, in the Keap Pro Campaign Builder, you can actually have deals automatically created and routed to the appropriate pipeline, which is great. Now, I've got my pipeline here. I can see all my deals, but sometimes there are deals that require attention, and I haven't necessarily always known what those deals are. Well, not too long ago, we released the ability to configure automation inside of a stage. So in this specific stage, when I move a deal into this stage, an email is going to automatically send out, and a task is automatically going to be created. So if I drag a deal in there, in a few seconds here, we'll see a little red dot pop up with a number, And that's telling me that I actually have a task that I need to go complete for this deal.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah, what's even more convenient is I can actually click directly on this and I can see what that task is.
Wow.
I can click into the task and view it if I'd like. I can even click directly on here and check mark it as complete. And when I check mark it as complete, it'll actually fade out. And now I know I'm all caught up for that specific deal. Now, what happens when you've got multiple pipelines? I've got multiple pipelines. I can't see them all at the same time. That's OK, because we have this little red indicator that'll actually show up if you've got a deal in that pipeline that needs attention.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and mark this one as complete, and you'll notice that that red dot is now gone.
So no more forgetting.
No more
things.
forgetting.
No
yeah.
more slipping through the cracks.
No more slipping through the cracks. And if I need to move someone from one pipeline to the other, either because they're going from sales to fulfillment or they actually asked for a repair but they need an installation, super easy. I click on the deal, I select the pipeline, I move it over, bada bing, bada boom, there it is.
Wow.
Pretty awesome, right?
Wow.
Hey, Brian, can I borrow your phone?
Yeah,
Mostly because you're going to show some updates for the mobile app.
absolutely. So switching gears a little bit into the mobile app, we've been really excited about this. I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but say you're in an appointment, you cannot pick up your phone, and all of a sudden it starts to vibrate in your pocket, and you get that dreaded pit in your stomach like, "Oh, this might be a golden customer, it might be someone that needs my help, but I can't pick up the phone, I'm losing opportunity." That's what it comes down to. Well, in the mobile app, what we built was the ability for you to set up a auto response based on missed calls. We have a really easy default message that you can do, or you can configure your own message to let your clients or whomever calls you know that you're busy, but you will get right back to them as soon as you have a moment. This provides the opportunity you need to make sure that you've got a touch point with every single person that's trying to get in contact and no more lost opportunities. And as you can see here on the screen, that's the auto response that came in saying, "Hey, thanks for reaching out, but I'm not able to answer." So again, no lost leads, more opportunities that we're driving for to help you grow your business with your clients. It's really exciting.
Brian, this is super awesome. I'll tell you as a consumer, when I need a service done, I pick up the phone and call someone, and they don't answer. It is literally like minutes, sometimes seconds before I'll just go call the next person.
Yeah.
So the fact that I get a text right away tells me that they're on top of it, they're gonna get back to me, and I'm more likely to work with that person. So I'm super
Absolutely.
excited about this. All right, well, if you guys wanna see more updates, then make sure to come to the sneak peek in the Keap official user group. But we're gonna go ahead and invite Clate and team back for some Q&A.
Okay, thanks.
Good job, guys.
Good job, guys. That was awesome.
All right. All right.
All right.
Ernest, you need to have a, are you standing up here?
I'm staying up here. Brian, can you pass your mic over to Clate?
You need to have an appointment link in that auto reply.
I do need to have an appointment link. Stick around.
Auto schedule, come on.
Stick around for the sneak peek, and you'll see some more appointment stuff for the mobile app.
Okay, so let's see, we have a couple questions. Looks like a couple email questions. So one, Matt asked, does the feature, and I assume we're talking about auto updates to the marketability status, does it impact transactional emails? So I think the question here is, if somebody gets marked as auto, or they get auto marked as unengaged, non-marketable, and then they go buy a product, are they going to get the message, or are they going to be opted out? So it's technically both will happen. So even if somebody has purchased in the past and they then go unengaged and it automatically marks them, they will no longer receive messages from you. But if they later come back and they opt in on an Infusionsoft form or a landing page, or they buy a product, then their marketability status will be turned back to into marketable. So you get the best of both worlds.
We're going to be sending some ideas of how to re-engage that list, so just let them know that's coming.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
I think that's the big thing, because what they showed was you can set up the system so that you get the list of people that you need to be doing that work on. But then sometimes people are like, well, wait, what should I do? Okay, these people have gone cold for 4 months, and that's what Crystal's sharing. We're going to give you the ability and the tools and resources you need so that you can keep that engaged list. Remember, engagement, the word of the day.
Okay, another question. Hammer asked, Hammer is asking, why, if someone is double opted in, are they unengaged? Okay, so this is a good question too. So just because somebody double opted in does not mean that they're still engaged, right? So it is possible that somebody could originally opt in, they could click the double opt in, and then they don't, nothing you send them is compelling, right? And they don't engage. So the only thing I'd add here is that I think your email service, you have to keep in mind that the email service providers, Ducey-san, bring it in, brethren.
Closer, yes.
Email service providers are watching the behavior of the people that you're sending mail to. They know that you're sending messages to people and that person hasn't clicked on an email in 6 months. And so really this is about us getting aligned to what they're looking for. They want to see people being responsive. And while they do want to know that people have confirmed opt-in, that's not enough. That's kind of the bare minimum. Then you got to make sure that they're engaged.
But I think, Scott, as you pointed out, we're here to help.
Yes.
Right? If there are certain things that you didn't get with this 40-minute live session, obviously contact us, right? We're here to help. We're a partner with you to make sure your business can grow.
And Hammer is a savvy customer and partner that we know well, and he's seen how, hey, well, double opt-in, that should put them into a different category. Right. But really what's happening is the ISPs are changing that. They're saying, look, double opt-in, single opt-in, we don't care. Are they opening your emails? Are they clicking? Are they engaging with the content that you send them in an email? That's what matters. Yeah. And so we've got to do a better job as email senders, all of us, to get engagement from the recipients.
Aaron, did we leave anything out?
You were great.
We got it? Okay. We got Aaron's thumbs up. Okay.
So Raquel from Facebook, she asked,
let's let Ernest talk because he's up here. He's so dedicated, but he hasn't said anything.
All right.
They didn't have product question for Ernest.
And I'll just say to you, Raquel.
Yeah, let's get some product questions for Ernest.
Yeah. Well, how can we not? We need to let you shine, man.
Just make up a question and answer it.
I must have covered everything.
Make up a question.
I know.
That's true.
And that's
Okay,
true.
true.
You got
Okay.
to come to the sneak peek. Raquel, I got your message. I'll reach out to you and get you information on more resources to help you get the most out of the software. And in terms of the cool stuff that we want to share with you, and in particular, I know there's one particular campaign builder capability that people definitely want to see. Jump over into the official Keap User Group on Facebook so that we can share with you the cool stuff that's coming there.
Let me actually so Raquel's comment, maybe you've seen it on Facebook, but her comment was, hey, I feel like I'm not really utilizing the software. I need help with coaching. If you find yourself in that place, please reach out to us. Reach out to our support team. And if you've had anybody contacting you as one of your account managers, reach out to them. We want to help you get the most out of the software. So please do that. And
right. And I would second that as well, to your point, Scott. If you have issues with the product itself, you feel like some things are not really bugs, but you're just not, reach out to us as well. Reach out to product development. Our goal here, along with support and everybody, including the product team, is just to make sure you have a wonderful experience with the product and you get the value for what you're paying for.
Yeah, and I love that. The way that you've elevated quality and the way you've been working on that. We're bringing in, hey, let us know if there's something else. We definitely want to drive on that and improve that for you. So I appreciate you reaching out and making that point to our customers because it matters. And I know one of our customer service leaders 2 weeks ago in a meeting, he was like, "This is awesome. We're actually going after some of the issues that didn't rise to the level of a bug or something that was statement. We're actually going after these things." And Leslie, who's in our support team, is nodding vociferously. She's nodding aggressively here, saying, because we really have raised that level and said, look, we want to get after stuff, whether or not you necessarily call it a bug. Yeah. Let's get that into.
Because if we help one customer, we're helping hundreds and thousands of other customers who may not have reported that issue, right? That's the whole point of this thing.
Right. All right, we have the red card from Ducey, which means we're done. Thank you all, you're amazing, and jump onto the Keap official group to hear the official Ernest and Brian show.
And keep going, keep serving, keep growing.
All right, thank you.